Hello friends, welcome back to IFDO SSB 101. Meeting you after a long time as I was away on training assignment with the IFDO team. We visited Gurukul at Kurukshetra and a couple of Sainik schools. It was pleasure training and interacting with the cadets, so sincerely preparing for their entry into the National Defense Academy. When we interacted closely with these SSB aspirants, one thing came to my notice that most of the cadets, in spite of their best effort, in spite of their hard preparation, are very apprehensive about the screening test, which is also called BST or Basic Screening Test or Stage 1. Today in this video, I would like to throw some light on how the PPDT is conducted, why it is so important, and I will give you some valuable tips which will be helpful to you to appear in the screening test or stage 1 confidently and get screened in. First, you need to understand why there is a screening test. Large number of people appearing, and every year it is increasing year by year. So instead of trying out all the candidates who report to the SSB, on the first day there is a screening test, and only those who qualify the screening test are asked to stay back for rest of the test. Now, why is this so important and why people are apprehensive about a screening test? After some documentation and after the intelligence test, there is a test called PPDT, Picture Perception and Description Test. This is the first time the candidates are sitting in front of the three assessors in a real testing environment. PPDT is both a written examination and your verbal expression. It is both individual as well as group, because you write certain things individually, then you are put through a discussion. So some people call it a mini SSB. The testing environment that day, on the day of screening, is very tight, and all services selection board undertake a lot of responsibility and follow a very tight program on the day of reporting. Large number of candidates, sometimes 200 to 300 people report on a single day, and on a single day they have to be administered intelligence test, both verbal and non-verbal. Then they have to be put through PPDT in smaller groups, and finally the result has to be compiled and it has to be announced. So it is a very responsible and a very tight program. That is why it helps others to develop this apprehension. So you need to prepare yourself so well that you go there and confidently perform what you are expected to do, and you are successful. Now, I don't want to give more lecture on intelligence tests, and I am very sure that all of you must be going through various tests available in various books and magazines. Now, the crucial test about which people are apprehensive is the picture perception and description test, PPDT. In this, a picture which is blurred, hazy, and little ambiguous is shown to the candidates. The picture is shown for 30 seconds. Then they are asked to write down certain details using a very different PPDT sheet. After seeing the picture, first they are required to draw circles around the exact position of various persons or characters they see in the picture. After drawing these circles indicating the exact position of the characters in the picture, they are supposed to write three information. First, whether the character is male or female by writing M or F. Then the approximate age of the character, and thirdly the mood. The mood of the person, whether it is positive, negative or neutral. After writing this, the right hand part, there is a box kind of thing. There you are supposed to write what action you see in the picture. In other words, what is happening. It is almost like giving a title to the story you are going to write. For completing this two, you get 1 minute. Thereafter, the picture is taken off and candidates get 4 minutes to write a story. I always say that candidates who go prepared for writing 12 stories in TAT, it is the story writing part is exactly like that, and within 4 minutes they should write a story of their choice connecting to the picture. Now the next requirement is, after the pictures are written, it is taken back by the assessors, and after a gap, it is a long break. After the break, they are asked to sit in a group of 15 to 20. Mind you, this number is gradually increasing. At a time, about 15 to 20 will be asked to sit in a semicircle and as per their chest number, and they will be asked to present their story to the group within a period of 1 minute. Officially the time is 1 minute, but actually what is happening, each candidate get about 35 to 45 seconds. So the candidate is expected to present or narrate the story to the group as per their chest number. Once all the candidates have narrated their story, they are asked to discuss among themselves and make a common story or a group story. The three assessors who are sitting in front of the group would like to assess you as to what has been your contribution towards making a group story. So this is the procedure so far PPDT is concerned. Now the points to remember. First is the presentation. You have written a story using your imagination and it is your story. So when your turn comes to present the story, a candidate should present the story briefly, confidently and fluently. Briefly, because a story which you have written in 4 minutes has to be explained or has to be presented within a time frame of 35 to 45 seconds. So do not try to reproduce the entire story word by word the way you have written. So this is the most important thing, and mind you, this is the first time you will be opening your mouth or you will be presenting something in front of the three assessors. Because of this fact only, many candidates who have not prepared themselves thoroughly come under some kind of stress, anxiety or nervousness. I always tell my trainees that it is your story and you are just presenting it briefly in front of the group, so there is nothing to worry about. After everybody has presented, then the story is supposed to be discussed and you are supposed to make a common story. The most commonly occurring fault is candidates normally keep repeating their own story. That is counterproductive. Now, here you are supposed to contribute appropriately, adequately towards making a common story. Right. The story you have written, yes, initially you would like to impress on others that your story is so nicely written that that itself can become a group story. But once, thereafter, you listen to others, their viewpoints, their interpretation, and bring some modification to your own story and contribute enough towards making a group story. Mind you, finally, whether a group story is made or not, it is not of great consequence. Generally, assessors will assess you from your presentation of the story, and after seeing a part of your discussion, they would like to see what has been your contribution towards making a group story. So, I would highlight on 2-3 things. First, the correct interpretation, the correct perception of the story first. When you see the picture, you should be attentive and careful to identify the characters, followed by identification of the task. Then you will never go wrong. Then when you are putting these circles, please remember they should not be arbitrary circles drawn. It must indicate the actual position of the characters, a character or many characters indicating their position. And all the three information, male, female, age and mood, must be clearly written. So if you follow this properly and you are little acquainted with the system, there is absolutely no requirement of coming under any stress. I would like to just give you a piece of advice that it is your story and you are presenting it. That should give you enough confidence to present the story first, then take part adequately, listen to others also. You do not try to dominate the whole situation. You contribute enough towards making a common story. I hope there is some clarity about your role in a PPDT, and I wish you best of luck. See the video, like it, forward it to others, and please do not forget to subscribe for SSB 101. Thank you and good luck.